20 DRLS, 20-inch 32cm infotainment screen, smart drive auto, spacious cabin, flexible storage capacity, intuitive reverse parking assist camera, starting price 3 lakh. Booking kidama ngasi maglengsing birau Island Nissan Kanchipur near Standard Robert Higher Secondary School.
Manipur University da affiliate Tauraba South Asian Institute of Rural and Agricultural Management Sairam Langjing Achoba Imphal West ki admission housere. Course singdi BSc Agriculture, BSc Horticulture amadi Bachelor of Business Administration BBN. Aku pamorol gidamak ekhogi website www.sairam.org.in natraga 7641929924 da contact tawbiyo.
Top news headlines. Total COVID-19 cases in Manipur jumps to 2,756 with 6 deaths. Active cases stand at 1,051. With 54,736 cases, 853 deaths in 24 hours, India's coronavirus tally races past 17 lakh. And names of Himanta, Laishemba, Agatha from Northeast doing round in Modi cabinet expansion. A very good afternoon and welcome to Times of Manipur News today at 1 p.m. This is MASACO Nithojum giving you the latest news updates. The total number of COVID-19 infections in Manipur has reached 2,756 with 6 deaths so far. According to COVID-19 Common Control Room, 55 persons were confirmed at the diagnostic centers in Imphal, Bishnupur and Tamenglong districts in the past 24 hours. The new cases belong to different districts. In addition to this, 80 security personnel of CAPF were also infected by the virus. The report said 10 persons have been discharged from various COVID care centers across the state after they tested negative for COVID-19. The number of active cases in Manipur now stands at 1,051, while 1,699 individuals have recovered till date. Meanwhile, all the personnel of Imphal City Police Station have been asked to test for COVID-19 after a driver of the City Police tested positive for COVID-19 yesterday, an official report said. India's coronavirus tally today crossed the 17 lakh mark with a spike of over 54,000 fresh cases with 853 deaths in the past 24 hours beginning yesterday. As more people tested positive for the infection, India's single-day COVID-19 tally stood at 54,736 yesterday. According to Union Health Ministry data updated this morning, India's coronavirus tally has mounted to 17,50,724, including 5,67,730 active cases. According to reports, a total of 11,45,630 people have recovered so far of the infection and 37,364 people have died since India reported its first fatality due to coronavirus. This was the 4th consecutive day that coronavirus cases in India have increased by more than 50,000. With speculations are rife that Narendra Modi cabinet will be expanded in the first half of August, 3 names from the Northeast are doing the round for the ministerial berths. According to media report, Assam Health Minister Himanta Biswa Sarma, former Union Minister Agatha Sangma and Manipur's titular king Laishemba Sanajauba are strong contenders for ministerial berths in the Modi cabinet. The report quoted party sources as saying that the expansion is most likely to take place soon after the Bhumi Pujan for the construction of Ram Temple at Ayodhya. The Modi government currently has 57 ministers. Several of the ministers have a number of portfolios. For one of the ministerial berths, Manipur's titular king Laishemba Sanachauba, who won the lone seat of Rajya Sabha in Manipur on June 22nd, is a strong contender, a BJP leader said. Sanachauba recently had a meeting with the BJP top leader Amit Shah in the national capital. Assam Finance and Health Minister Himanta Biswa Sarma is doing another name, the round to represent Northeast in the Modi ministry. Let's take a short commercial break. Stay tuned for more updates.
Khanganjaba Oirakliba COVID-19 Laichat Namaram Oiraga Lamjingba Hospital and Medical Research Institute Private Limited na Obstetrics Amadi Gynecology ki oina plan cases kaktamak logzaragani. Akopamorol gidamak makhada pijariba number sida contact tawbiyo. Contact number 8258967890. Khanganjariba Dr. R.K. Kumarjit, Medical Superintendent, Lamjingba Hospital and Medical Research Institute Private Limited.
Another feature single loina Lejare Dachan Ready Gold. Distinctive LED DRLS, 20-inch 32cm infotainment screen, smart drive auto, spacious cabin, flexible storage capacity, intuitive reverse parking assist camera, starting price 3 lakh. Booking kinamag nga si Maglengsin Birau Island Nissan Kanchipur near Standard Robert Higher Secondary School.
AKID Center, Gari Makhalekai gi Imphal Valley Academy da hangliba center asina NET amadi IIT JEE experience singda top makhal gi coaching piri. LN Akash Fitji amadi Kota Rajasthan gi experience leiraba faculty singna center asida takpi tambiri.
I am Sudhir Inam and I am a student of Commerce School and I choose AK.
I'm Khojam Viraj. I'm a student of Science National School, Odisha, and I choose AK.
I'm Robertson Hong Sangbom. I'm a student of Harvard School and I choose AK.
Karan Long Sangbom Government School, and I choose AK.
Online admissions open. Register today.
Welcome back after the break. Residents of 6 assembly constituencies in Bishnupur district are now in constant fear of surging COVID-19 cases in Manipur despite the relentless efforts of the government to contain the virus. According to our Bishnupur correspondent, Kakyai village within Nambol has been declared a containment zone after a woman from the village tested COVID-19 positive, following which neighboring Ishol village has banned entry of visitors to the locality as a precautionary measure. Meanwhile, in several parts of the district, including Bishnupur district headquarters, was seen barricading with drop gates and fences at all intersections. Local club volunteers are keeping a strict vigil on the movement of people in the areas. District police are also keeping an eye on lockdown and curfew violators. Police in front of their respective outposts were busy detaining and fining violators. As a precautionary measure against COVID-19, Netaji Memorial Club Youth Center, Kurai Kongpal, organized a sanitization program using sodium hypochlorite. The sanitization was carried out under the supervision of Kurai MLA El Sushindro. The sanitization drive covered Kongpal Sajor Lekai, Laishram Lekai, Ningthobung Lekai, Chingambam Lekai, and Tinsund Road. Waiton Gram Panchayat members in association with Mamang Laikai Singlup Waiton and Youth Development Council Waiton Mamang Laikai today organized a tree plantation cum social service program in and around the sacred shrine of Ibudo Puthiba. Several indigenous saplings were planted near the shrine during the program. Number of COVID-19 cases in Assam continues to surge. The state has witnessed 101 COVID-19 deaths so far. Assam has banned inter-district travel till August 15th in the state. The travel ban will begin from August 5th. So far, there are 41,726 COVID-19 positive cases in Assam with 10,180 active cases. Of this, 31,442 people have been discharged. Assam is all set to reopen schools from September 1st under new guidelines. An order has been issued for all teaching and non-teaching staffs of every school and colleges of the state to test for COVID-19 as a precautionary measure. However, under the new guidelines, there will be no classes till Class 4. During a press conference, Assam Education Minister Himanta Biswa Sarma said class 5 to 8 will have permitted to conduct classes at village, field or an open space, while students for class 10 and 12 can have 4 days of classes in a week. As for colleges, the minister said the classes would be conducted only for the final semester students. Rajya Sabha member Amar Singh died at a Singapore hospital yesterday. According to media reports, Singh had been undergoing treatment at the hospital for several months and had lately been admitted to its intensive care unit. He was 64. Leaders across the political spectrum condoled Amar Singh's death and said he was one of those politicians who had friends in all parties. The flamboyant business politician, who was once accounted for India's most influential icons from across industry, politics and Bollywood, among his closest friends, had been a key player in the cut and a thrust of Indian politics till about a decade ago. Back in 2008, he had also helped the then Manmohan Singh government survive a crucial trust vote that eventually led to his arrest 3 years later. He was accused of offering bribes to 3 BJP MPs to get them to support the UPA. Let's take another short commercial break. Stay tuned for more updates.
Manipur University da affiliate Tauraba South Asian Institute of Rural and Agricultural Management Sairam Langjing Achoba Imphal West ki admission housere. Course singdi BSc Agriculture, BSc Horticulture amadi Bachelor of Business Administration BBA. Aku pamarol gidamak ekhogi website www.sairam.org.in natraga 7641929924 da contact tabiyo.
Awaba Fongdopa Nongpok Ningthau Panthabi Ima Ipa Anigi Seba Matam Sangna Tawiramba Ahal Ibungo Naurem Angau Maitena Mahaki Punsi Sengzen Loiraduna Imung Manung Sagay Natay Amadi Marup Mapang Khwai Pumnamang Puthadok Lamlaga Haukiba Chaychat Kunmathoi Lisingani Kun Tawan Ginong Mapanba Leipak Pupa Numita Taibang Mapugi Laikolda Leirang Leinam Oinatin Kray Mahakna Lekhidabada Nongpok Ningthau Panthabi Ima Ipa Lai Committee na Awaba Fongdok Pagaloinana Mapugi Laikolda Ingna Chingna Leirunaba Thauni Zari Awaba Fongdok Chariba Nongpok Ningthau Panthabi Ima Ipa Lai Committee.
Downtown University Jahi Manghan Biganu Adumgi Ichabu Jahi Manghan Biganu. Northeast India's most placement driven university ama oiriba Assam Downtown University ki admission haujare. Pandemic asigi yenglaga online class su September amadagi haujaragani. Engineering, paramedical amadi allied course singda ming chanbininga singna Assam Downtown University admission office Babupara Bosem Imphal lerak talak piduna form lobiyu ming chanbiyu amadi tanabiyu.
Welcome back after the break. The death toll in Latin America from the novel coronavirus passed 2 lakhs last night, a Reuters tally showed, underlying the region's status as one of the global epicenters for the pandemic that is testing governments to the limit. The media report said that apart from the United States, Brazil and Mexico have racked up more fatalities from the virus than any other country, and together they account for around 70% of the regional death toll. Brazil reported a daily record of 1,595 coronavirus deaths earlier in the week and registered another 1,088 yesterday. Mexico recorded 784 fatalities so far and for the first time logged more than 9,000 new infections from the virus. Other countries in Latin America are also battling to hold the coronavirus at bay, and the region breached the 2 lakh mark after Peru registered another 191 fatalities, the report added. Indian and Chinese military commanders will hold a fresh round of negotiations today to finalize modalities for taking forward the disengagement process on friction points like Pangong So in eastern Ladakh, government sources said. As per a media report, the key focus of the 5th round of Corps commander-level talks is expected to be finalizing a framework for total disengagement of troops from friction points, besides withdrawal of forces and weapons from the rear bases of the two militaries in a time-bound manner. India conveyed a firm message to the Chinese side that it has to implement the disengagement process as agreed to during the 4 rounds of Corps Commander level talks between the two militaries, the report said. India's Education Ministry has decided to review in the coming week the setting up of local chapters of the Confucius Institutes in association with 7 local colleges and universities after security agencies alerted it to the growing Chinese influence in higher education in India, as per a media report. The ministry also plans to review 54 Memoranda of Understanding (MOUs) signed between prestigious educational institutions including IITs, BHU, JNU and NITs and Chinese institutions. It has already issued a notification to the Ministry of External Affairs and the University Grants Commission. The Confucius Institutes are directly funded by the Ministry of Education of People's Republic of China with the ostensible claim to promote Chinese language and culture. But they have come in for criticism all around the world, including the US and the UK, for helping spread Chinese propaganda. Most recently, according to a BBC report of September 2019, Australia launched an investigation of whether the agreements between the universities and the institute have broken anti-foreign interference laws. And now let's take a look at the local newspaper headlines. The People's Chronicle. First MR tally reaches 62, more cases in Thoubal, RIMS. 8 children among new cases, health authority caught napping as cases surge. Delay in giving test results risky, says club. Upgrade Expo Centre into 1,000-bedded COVID care centre, says Chief Minister. Man succumbs to COVID, Chandel mourners quarantined. The Shanghai Express. Death toll touches 6, tally hits 2,756. Frequent disturbances delay Barak Makru bridges by 16 months. All Manipur Road Transport Drivers and Motor Workers Union appeals to restrict tonnage to 15 tons. Additional Chief Secretary takes charge of Chief Secretary. Appoints state native to the post of Chief Secretary, says student bodies. Chief Minister inspects COVID care centre. Imphal Free Press. State records 6th COVID-19 death, another 80 paramilitary personnel test positive. I have never halted any developmental work in state, says Minister Biswajit. Manipur Mail. Total COVID cases reach 2,756, 6 deaths. Chief Minister Biren wants Trade Expo COVID Care Centre to have 1,000 bed. Manipur linked with One Nation, One Card. Kohima begins extended total lockdown. 35 frontline workers infected by COVID-19 in Meghalaya. Before we wrap up the top news headlines once again. Total COVID-19 cases in Manipur jumps to 2,756 with 6 deaths. Active cases stand at 1,051. With 54,736 cases, 853 deaths in 24 hours, India's coronavirus tally races past 17 lakh. And names of Himanta, Leshemba, Agatha from Northeast doing round in Modi cabinet expansion. That's all for the news today at 1 p.m. Thank you for watching.